Good morning, friends. Good morning, students. Today, I'm going to discuss about a new chapter that is hydroxy compounds in organic chemistry. In organic chemistry, semester 3. Organic chemistry, semester 3. So, hydroxy compounds. Hydroxy means whenever OH group present in an organic compound, that compound comes under the category of hydroxy compound. Whenever OH is present in the organic compound, definitely that compound comes under the category of hydroxy compound. So that is our concern today. So first question in this chapter is general methods of preparation of phenols. General methods of preparation of phenols. The same question you will be given like this. Write the important properties of phenols. Write the uses of phenol. The same question you will be asked like this. Okay. First, methods of preparation of phenols. Methods of preparations of phenols. From benzene diazonium chloride. Benzene diazonium chloride. So, benzene diazonium chloride is heated with water at 50 C. 50 C in the sense 50 degrees Celsius to form phenol. So, whenever benzene diazonium chloride means on the benzene ring N2 plus Cl minus group will be present. Then the total compound can be called as benzene diazonium chloride. So whenever this benzene diazonium chloride is heated with water at 50 degrees Celsius, then we will get a phenol. Next, second preparation from benzene sulfonic acid. Benzene sulfonic acid means on the benzene ring SO3H group is present. Then the compound is called benzene sulfonic acid. So when benzene sulfonic acid is fused with NaOH and then treated with dilute HCl to form phenol. Benzene sulfonic acid is fused with NaOH and then treated with dilute HCl to form phenol. So, benzene ring on the benzene ring SO3H group is there, and when this benzene sulfonic acid is treated with NaOH at 300 degrees Celsius, we will get sodium phenoxide. After that, when HCl is treated with sodium phenoxide, then phenol is obtained as the main product. Next, preparation number 3 from cumene. Cumene. Cumene is on oxidation with H2O2. H2O2 means hydrogen peroxide. Gives cumene hydroxide. Cumene, cumene hydroperoxide. Cumene hydroperoxide. After that, on hydrolysis with water, it gives a phenol and acetone. After that, on hydrolysis with water, it gives a phenol and acetone. So, cumene means on benzene ring CH3 on either side. Then after, if it treated with hydrogen peroxide, we will get cumene hydroperoxide, which is hydrolysis with water gives a phenol as the main product. So that is preparation number 3. Next, coming to preparation number 4, from from aryl halides. Aryl halides means on the benzene ring any halogen atom like fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. But favorable halogen is chlorine. Favorable halogen is chlorine. So chlorobenzene is heated with NaOH at 350 degrees Celsius, 350 degrees Celsius under 200 atmosphere pressure, and then treated with dilute HCl to form phenol. So whenever chlorobenzene is treated with NaOH at 350 degrees Celsius at 200 atmosphere pressure, after that it is treated with dilute HCl, we will get phenol as the main product. Next, properties of phenols. So till now, we have discussed about preparation of phenols. Now, we will deal with properties of phenols. So, properties means when phenol reacts with some other substance, what will be the product? What will be the product? That is about properties. So, the first property is reaction with NaOH. Phenol is acidic in nature. Phenol is acidic in nature. So it gives salt with NaOH to form sodium phenate. Sodium phenate. So C6H5OH is the phenol which is treated with NaOH, we will get sodium phenate. So that is salt. Okay. Next, second property. Action with PCl5. PCl5 means phosphorus pentachloride. Phenol reacts with phosphorus pentachloride to form chlorobenzene. Chlorobenzene. So that is given in the equation. You can see. So C6H5OH gives rise to on the aromer PCl5. You will get C6H5Cl plus POCl3. POCl3 means phosphonyl chloride. What is that? Phosphonyl chloride plus HCl. These two are byproducts. POCl3 and HCl are byproducts. Our required product is C6H5Cl. C6H5Cl is the required product. So similarly, the order, the other reactions are when phenol reacts with PCl3, we will get chlorobenzene as the main product. Next, phenol reacts with PBr3, we will get bromobenzene. When phenol reacts with SOCl2, thionyl chloride, what is that? Thionyl chloride, we will get chlorobenzene again as the main product. Again, phenol reacts with HCl plus ZnCl2. These two are called, HCl plus ZnCl2, together called Lucas reagent. Lucas reagent. It is a scientist name, Lucas reagent. So when phenol reacts with a Lucas reagent, that means HCl plus ZnCl2 is called Lucas reagent. We will get chlorobenzene as the main product. Next, ester formation. Phenol reacts with acyl chloride or acetyl chloride. Both are same, not different, or acetic anhydride in presence of NaOH to form phenyl acetate. It is ester. Okay, when phenol reacts with acetyl chloride or acetic anhydride in the presence of NaOH to form phenyl acetate. Phenyl acetate. So that is given in the equation. So CCH5OH plus CH3COCl, that means acetyl chloride. On the arrow mark NaOH, we will get C6H5O COCH3. That is phenyl acetate. In addition to these properties, some special properties are there of phenol. Some special properties or some special reactions of phenols are there. First one is bromination. Phenol reacts with bromine in presence of carbon disulfide to form mixture of ortho and para bromophenols. That is given in the following equation. Phenol C6H5OH. So on the mark Br2, we will get ortho bromophenol plus para bromophenol. Ortho bromophenol means Br is attacked at the nearer position to OH, whereas in parabromo, bromine group or Br will attack at the opposite side of OH. That is the difference between orthobromophenol and parabromophenol. Coming to phenol reacts with bromine water to form white precipitate of 2,4,6 tribromophenol. White precipitate of 2,4,6 tribromophenol. That is given in the following equation. Phenol on the arm of bromine water will get 2, 4, 6 tribromophenol. Again, another special reaction, Reimer-Tiemann reaction. What is that? Reimer-Tiemann reaction. When phenol reacts with chloroform and NaOH, you will get salicylaldehyde as the main product. Salicylaldehyde as the main product. Okay. So phenol is heated with chloroform and sodium hydroxide solution followed by acid hydrolysis to form salicylaldehyde. It is called Reimer-Tiemann reaction. Reimer-Tiemann reaction. That is given in the following equation. C6H4OH gives rise to on the RMR CHCl3 NaOH. We will get salicylaldehyde plus p-hydroxybenzoaldehyde. Next, coming to Kolb-Schmitt reaction. What is that? Kolb-Schmitt reaction. It is also a special type of reaction of phenol. So phenol is heated with carbon dioxide at 125 degrees Celsius under pressure of 6 atmosphere in the presence of sodium hydroxide followed by acid hydrolysis to form salicylic acid. It is called Kolb-Schmitt reaction. So whenever phenol is treated with carbon dioxide at 125 degrees Celsius at a 6 atmospheric pressure condition, we will get sodium salicylic acid or nothing but salicylic acid. Okay. Okay. Next, freeze rearrangement. Freeze rearrangement. Acetyl phenol is treated with AlCl3 on rearrangement gives orthohydroxy phenol and parahydroxy phenol. That is given in the equation. So you can see from the equation. So C6H5O COCH3 gives rise to on the arrow mark AlCl3 will get C6H5OH COCH3 C6H5OH COCH3. Okay. Next, another special reaction, azocoupling or coupling. Azocoupling or coupling. Phenol reacts with benzene diazonium chloride in presence of sodium hydroxide to form p-hydroxybenzene. P-hydroxybenzene. So benzene diazonium chloride plus phenol on the arrow mark NaOH, you will get p-hydroxyazobenzene. That is another type of special reaction of phenol. Now coming to reaction with FeCl3, ferric chloride. Phenol gives purple color or purple coloration with neutral ferric chloride solution. Purple coloration. So when phenol reacts with neutral ferric chloride, we will get a purple colored solution. So for the above statement, the equation is in the following way. So sorry 6C5H5OH 6C6H5OH plus FeCl3 gives rise to FeC6H5OH 6Cl3. Next, oxidation. Phenol undergoes oxidation with air or chromic acid to form p-benzoquinone. P-benzoquinone. Phenol on the arrow mark O will get p-benzoquinone. It is also important reaction. So that is about a special type of reactions of phenols. That is sufficient to you. Next. Next. No need to discuss this one. No need to discuss reaction with benzene nitration, all these things. So just keep it aside. Don't worry or don't bother about it. Now coming to preparation of ethyl alcohol. Preparation of ethyl alcohol. So methods of preparation of ethyl alcohol. That and all we are going to discuss. So from Grignard reagent, how we can get ethyl alcohol. Methyl magnesium bromide is reacted with formaldehyde and on hydrolysis gives ethyl alcohol. So CH3 MgBr plus HCHO gives rise to CH3 CH2OH, sorry, CH3 CH2O MgBr. On hydrolysis it will give CH3 CH2OH plus MgOH This is one type of preparation for ethyl alcohol. Coming to another type of preparation, hydroboration reaction. What is that? Hydroboration reaction. Hydroboration oxidation of ethylene finally gives ethyl alcohol. CH2, CH2 double bond CH2 is raised to on the arm BH3, H2O2 alcohol, CH3, CH2OH. That is another type of preparation of ethyl alcohol. Coming to preparation of ethyl alcohol from molasses by fermentation process. This is very, very important for a examination point of view. So, procedure is the mother liquor left over after crystallization of sugar cane juice is called molasses. Mother liquor left over after the crystallization of sugarcane juice is called molasses. See, in sugar, I mean, sugar preparation industrially, there we can observe the following procedure. In industries, sugar is prepared in the following way. The mother liquor left over the crystallization of sugarcane juice is called molasses. It contains about 30% sugar. It is diluted with water up to 10% sugar solution. It is diluted with water up to 10% sugar solution, and it is acidified with small amount of acidified means to the above 10% sugar solution we are adding small amount of sulfuric acid. The required quantity of ammonium sulfate and ammonium phosphate are added to solution which act as food for the yeast. The resulting solution is received in large fermentation tank and yeast is added to it. The mixture is maintained at 30 degrees to 40 degrees Celsius for 2 to 3 days. The enzyme invertase converts sucrose into glucose and fructose. The enzyme gymase converts glucose and fructose into ethyl alcohol and carbon dioxide. First invertase converts sucrose into glucose and fructose. The enzyme gymase converts the glucose and fructose into ethyl alcohol and carbon dioxide. So sucrose plus H2O gives rise to invertase will get C6H12O6 plus C6H12O6. Both are same molecular formula, but functional group is different. In the first case, CHO is the functional group, so that is called glucose. In the second case, CO is the functional group, so that is called fructose. So from the above equation, we are continuing the same procedure but with gymase. C6H12O6 When treated with Zymase, we will get ethyl alcohol in bulk scale, that is 2C2H5OH plus 2CO2. The fermented liquid is known as wash. The fermented liquid is known as wash. It contains 15 to 20% ethyl alcohol. It is subject to fractional distillation to 25% ethyl alcohol. It is called rectified spirit. Rectified spirit. 100% ethyl alcohol is called absolute alcohol. It is obtained by distilling rectified spirit with quick lime. Quick lime means dry lime. So now properties of ethyl alcohol. When ethyl alcohol reacts with sulfuric acid at 100 degrees Celsius, we will get ethyl hydrogen sulfide. Ethyl hydrogen sulfate. The same ethyl alcohol reacts with sulfuric acid at 140 degrees Celsius. At 140 degrees Celsius, we will get diethyl ether. So whenever condition is different, product will be changed. In the first case, when ethyl alcohol treated with sulfuric acid at 100 degrees Celsius, we will get ethyl hydrogen sulfate. But in the second case, when ethyl alcohol treated with same sulfuric acid at 140 degrees Celsius, we will get diethyl ether. So product is changed. Again,